Hello, welcome to the Man of the Match show again on a Monday. Sit down, tell you who I pick for Man of the Match in my instant match reaction using my eyes, of course. And then we have a look at the numbers and see whether or not my eyes have lied to me. Basically, that's how this show works. It's only a quick thing to go back over who I thought Man of the Match was. Everton drew 1-1 with Leicester City at the weekend. Still feels, still feels to me like 2 points dropped. Everton were in total control of the game, really. Should have put the game to bed, allowed Leicester to come back into it, and it does feel like a big 2 points were wasted on Saturday by the Toffees. And when you're looking for that first win, you want to get that as quickly as possible. And we've thrown points away in recent games, and it's just not good enough, and we need to step it up. But there was moments at the weekend where we really could have got that game killed off, and that's the frustration again, I suppose, when you talk about it and think back to the game. On Saturday, in my instant match reaction, I gave Iliman Ndiaye Everton's man of the match. I thought he was Everton's best player simply because most of the good stuff we did seemed to come from him. Or that's how it felt watching it. It felt like he was the one who was about to unlock Leicester. I thought Lindstrom done okay on the other side, missed a couple of good chances. McNeil was all right in midfield as well. But I thought Ndiaye was the one who looked like he was going to unlock Leicester. Obviously scored a really good goal. Had a good opportunity in the second half as well at the side net with it. But did carry that threat, and that's why I gave him the man of the match at the weekend, because obviously a key goal, and looked our chief creator. So he got my man of the match vote on Saturday. So I'm going to go through the numbers now and see whether or not that ties in, or have I got it massively wrong. So let's have a look at his basic stats then. Here we can see he's had 40 touches of the ball at the weekend, passing accuracy 89%. From Iliman Ndiaye. One goal, obviously. The big chance created, one. And he also had 4 key passes. And there's his heat map you can see all over on that left-hand side, of course. Yeah, 40 touches, decent number. 89% passing accuracy, good. Didn't give the ball away too much. But like I said, carried that threat. We'll have a look at it, just a quick look at his shot map. Why wouldn't you? There we can see on the shot map, the 2 efforts he had on goal. One, of course, ending up in the Leicester net. The other ending up in the side net. Let's move on to his defensive numbers. We'll begin there, shall we? Tackles, 1. None. He didn't put a single tackle in. Clearances, 1. He had 1 header clearance, 1 interception, 3 defensive actions, and he had 5 ball recoveries. If we move and have a look at his duels, 2 duels won, lost 7 of them. Ground duels 2 out of the 9, so 22% success rate in his ground duels won. It was fouled once and also committed 1 foul. We're going to move on to his attacking numbers. There you can see shot accuracy 50%, 1 out of his 2 ended up in the net. And on target, of course, big chance missed 1. 40 touches of the ball, like you said. He had 4 touches in the opposition box. Successful dribbles, only completed 1 out of 5. But passes into the final third, 2. And obviously accurate crosses, 1 out of 1. That's the ball he fired in early on to Jesper Lindstrom, who for me should have hit the target. Stuck it wide, didn't he? But that was a presentable opportunity for Lindstrom. But a great ball in from Iliman Ndiaye. And finally, we'll have a look at Iliman's passing stats from the game. There we can see 89% passing accuracy. Created 4 chances on Saturday's expected goal, 0.21. Expected goals on target, 0.8. Expected assist, 0.06. So he had a combined XG and XA of 0.27 for the game. Like I said, them numbers, some are decent, other ones I'm always surprised with his dribbling. It feels like watching it, he completes more dribbles than what he does, but clearly he doesn't. But I thought he was Everton's, main man at the weekend in terms of getting something from it. The goal obviously helps as well. I think what he's good at, takes the ball, keeps hold of it, even if he just pops it back off, but he keeps it for us and buys us time. We see him at the goal and rolling his foot over it on the touchline. Played it off to Ashley Young, made a great run back in the box. Lovely ball by Ashley Young, and obviously Illiman done the rest with that. But you know, we want players who get us off our seat, don't we, and run at players and commit. And that's, I think, what he does. And he's the only real one that does it in our team. There was, like I said, there was a different performance from Lindstrom. He's a little bit more of a runner off the ball. But I like the way Njai takes the ball and gets us up the pitch. Does remind me little bits of him. Do remind me of Stephen Pienaar, the way he rolls his foot over the ball and buys us time. I think he's a little bit maybe more direct than Pienaar, but I loved Stephen Pienaar when he played for Everton. And if we could only get a Leighton Baines behind him, Another person who I thought deserves a notable mention. Now, this will be quite controversial, I imagine, because people want to have a go at him. And listen, you know, I agree. It's Ashley Young. I'm just going to say it. It's Ashley Young. I don't always agree with him being in the Everton side. I think he's a really good pro. I think he's a good squad member to have. Me personally, if I was in charge, would be using him sparingly and to see games out and stuff, use his experience. But obviously Mikalenko was out at the weekend and Ashley Young is our backup left back. And I thought he had a good game for Everton on Saturday. Obviously ended up with an assist. But I just thought he had a really solid game. So let's have a look at his basic numbers from the weekend. Here we go. 68 touches of the ball for Ashley Young. 80% passing accuracy. Completed 100% of his tackles. Won 2 out of 2. Created 2 chances in the game. And had 8 ball recoveries. Now, I know some of you might be shouting at the screen and not happy with that. But fair's fair, isn't it? You have to say, if he plays well, I feel like we should be talking about it. Whether we agree always, if he should be in the team or not. That isn't really how I work. I think it's about giving credit where credit's due. There'll be games when I don't agree with Ashley Young being in the side, and he might have a very good game. I think he always gives everything. Whether that's good enough, people will debate that and can debate it all day long. But I thought on Saturday he deserves some credit. I thought he did have a good game at the weekend, and therefore it's right. It's only right to highlight it. It was a lovely ball for Everton's goal. Real intelligent ball into the space, and passes that we don't complete or attempt even anywhere near enough occasions. And obviously you've got to have runners for that, and that's what I was saying about Njai. When he's rolling his foot over the ball on the touchline and plays it off, he doesn't stand still, moves into the space, which means Ashley Young's got an easier pass on because he's got an option. But it's a good ball fired in to Njai, and obviously he does the rest with a great bit of skill on, just inside the box, cutting in and finishing really well. But like I say, Ashley Young has had his critics, and I'm sure will continue to have his critics. But it's only fair when he has a good game that he is highlighted. And for me, he had a very good game at the weekend for Everton. I'm just going to give a little bit of context to those numbers, because obviously me saying I give Illiman and Njai man of the match, and therefore, I'll look at his numbers. I'll do it in comparison with FOTMob, who have used SofaScore as well. On the FOTMob app, Ashley Young actually got Everton's highest score of 8.2, followed by Illiman and Njai. So I'm obviously going to be quite happy with FOTMob here, because they've gone with what my eyes said, although I had it slightly the other way around. Everton's next highest score after those two was Dwight McNeil on 7.4, and then Orel Mangala and Jesper Lindstrom on 7.2. So, again, listen, this is just merely a numbers thing, trying to back my eyes up. People will have different views. You're in the ground, aren't you? You make your own decision. Of course you do. There's no right or wrong with this. This is just me saying I thought Njai, for me, was Everton's most important player at the weekend. In the game, had the best game. And Ashley Young did well, and those numbers are backed up by FOTMob. SofaScore, again, they both did really well on SofaScore, as did Dwight McNeil as well. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my decision. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Did you think Njai was Everton's best player, or who did you have as man of the match? And what about Ashley Young? Because he is much maligned at times. I think it is. I don't think there's anything personal with Ashley Young. I think what it is, and I think the manager got this wrong last week, or the person asking the question. Ashley Young, in my opinion, wasn't booed when he come on against Southampton. The technicality of the substitution was booed. A left back coming on for a striker. I think the thing with Ashley Young is I think a lot of people just feel like we shouldn't be going to him as a starter, given his age and everything now. But he done really well at left back at the weekend, and therefore, in my opinion, deserved credit. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. We're approaching at 90,000 subs, and we are really grateful to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. See you later.